Are you here to listen to El Numero Uno? Or are you here to listen to the American Kaiju? From the land of the rising sun, you're listening to the Osaka Saint, the Saitama Superstar, the Mad Titan of Tokyo, the American Kaiju. Welcome to the Hogscast Red and Black.
Welcome back, Hogs Pack. We were gone last week. I had a little pet emergency. My boy Flynn, my Australian Shepherd and Border Collie mix, had full-blown reconstructive knee surgery, so he will not be at Mania this year, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know everyone was looking forward to it. He had some minions that were going to carry torches for him as he made his entrance. He was going to leave his collar in the ring at the end of the night and go out on top, but unfortunately he's in recovery mode. So we missed last week, but it was well worth it. I
wouldn't rule him out though. I mean, there is a man at WrestleMania that will be competing this year that was literally set on fire. So
well, okay, that's fair. I wouldn't rule him out. It'd be a tough recovery to come back a week from now. But Adam, I was going to say I really enjoyed what you're doing with Duke. I like the podcast. I'm really enjoying it. I hope the listeners of our podcast and Hogscast OG are checking it out. I didn't get to see the video because I was only listening to the podcast while I was driving. You told me I missed some funny things. What did I miss?
Yeah, so when I logged in before we got Yuma on the pod, I looked at Duke's background, and it was what Duke called Vaderville, which was Star Wars thing. I don't know. You would know better than I. And then so I said, okay, well, what can I put in the background that'll pop him? And he started talking about The Simpsons, and he's like, no, Viscera. So the entire podcast, if you just look at it for a couple of seconds, it's literally Viscera standing behind me with his arms out like he's holding my shoulders, protecting me for the span of an hour.
It was really good. I think, for anyone that didn't get a chance to check it out, I mean, it just proves why Yuma is a 2-time Hoggy Award winner. So good. Such a good interviewer. Such a good interview. Such a funny guy. Very good. I hope everyone goes back and checks out Duke's podcast from last week. I actually do care what you did this weekend, Adam. You did something very interesting. What did you do?
I got the first dose of the Pfizer vaccine this weekend.
Hey-o, Mr. Man of the Hour. How did that go?
It actually was a lot smoother than I anticipated. A friend of mine, she sent me a link where they just had a vaccination station at the Grossmont Mall. I just signed up for a time, showed up, got through pretty quickly, got the shot pretty quickly. It went very smoothly. The waiting area was literally a food court. So if I was hungry, nice. I could have just had a bite to eat, but I didn't.
Nice.
It went great.
I like it. I'm a little jealous. I feel like 50% of the people I know right now have already received the vaccine.
There are people getting it, and I have no idea how they qualify. Like, I qualify because I'm a type 2 diabetic. I would think that you, a man who has asthma,
right,
with a disease that causes lung issues, would be eligible right now. But apparently that's not the case.
So listen to this slap in the face. So I'm telling my wife, I'm like, I can't believe everyone's getting the vaccine. My buddy does it. He works in he's like an essential worker, right? Yeah. So he got it. Wife is works in animal. She's a vet tech or something like that. Everyone I know is either working in healthcare or works at a school in one way or another. So everyone's got their vaccine. Anyway, I said, I can't believe what you said. They're not giving it to people with asthma yet. What the hell is that all about? She goes, don't worry. I already looked into it for you. You have a high BMI, Devin. You qualify for it for being overweight. Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's really mean, but also not surprising that she said that. But at the same time, yeah, like BMI, man, like so many people you look at, you're like, oh, you're in good shape. They're like, actually, for your size, you're overweight. And I'm like, okay, calm down there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I took it as a compliment because as we all know, I'm a body guy. And
you're bulking up for return to wrestling.
I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavy hitter. So people knew that's Dev. That's the BMI guy, the body guy. I'm actually switching up. I'm going to be the BMI guy now.
That's a great nickname.
I think I'm 50. I think the number is 50 that you want to hit, right?
I don't know. I've been
Or is
fat.
it like-
I've been fat my whole life. I've been over the BMI since birth, brother.
Well, I'm getting jealous. Everyone's got it, but hopefully we're moving towards some normalcy. You've got baseball opening up.
Yes.
There's it's slightly right in California anyway. They're not opening up the whole thing. 20%, 25%.
Something like that. Yeah.
The Padres are going to be on fire.
A little bit of a scare yesterday. A little bit of a scare. I was a little nervous.
Tatis had to leave the game. He is the face of baseball, the cover athlete for MLB The Show, and had to leave the game. Scared the shit out of me. But Tangler says he's going to be okay, so I trust him. But goddamn, that would be awesome to be at opening day at Petco Park watching Fernando Tatis. And who's going to be the starting pitcher? Is it going to be Yu Darvish? Snell?
Probably Snell. Wait, aren't you going to be here that weekend?
What is that weekend?
That's the weekend that you'll be wrestling.
Oh shit! I didn't realize it was that soon. Yeah, I'm wrestling. The 3rd and 4th, I'll be wrestling. I forget the actual name of the show. Damn it! It's a
lucha show.
It's a lucha show.
Mike butchered it quite a few times yesterday, but that's okay.
It's put on by Canna Pro. I thought Canna Pro was doing a double shot. Or at least it's the same people behind Canna Pro Wrestling. So yes, we're doing a lucha show on the 3rd, and then on the 4th, which is Easter, you will be watching further down the line, but you'll be able to see the Hogsmen finally wrestling on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. We've got a couple matches we're taping there, so very excited for that. Actually, we were talking about getting vaccinated. I've seen a lot of wrestlers getting vaccinated, a ton of wrestlers for Hollywood and other ones. So I don't know if some states are just allowing people to get it sooner, or they are.
Arizona's completely open. I saw Derek post something the other day. By the way, happy birthday to Derek.
Yeah, 40, big 40.
40, big 40.
Happy birthday.
It was great to see the video of me punching him in the face yesterday.
That was really funny.
Yeah. No, he was, they were posting the other day about how their vaccinations are open to everyone. Anyone can just go get it now. So I'm sure there's some states that are different. Like I'm sure Florida is like the same way. Open up, baby. Come on, get it.
Can you cut it right here and then play shot, 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 shot? That's all I want. I don't want you using it because you can use that for me, but I would rather you just stop the feed and play the shots part. You don't have to.
Play the what?
Everybody, the shot song. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm leaving all of this in.
Shot. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about?
If I heard the song, I might have known it, but
I'm
leaving all of this in because
you're such a piece of shit.
This is so embarrassing for you.
How about when we're done? You can leave it, but when you're done, you actually have to go back and find it and then put it in.
Or I'll just put the gong right now.
Just put it in. You're the worst. Anyway, you're still not a producer.
That's what she said.
She said you're not a producer?
Well, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
This is the content I like. So let's keep this going.
Well, that's unfortunate. I was really trying to help you produce, but if you don't want to be helped.
I mean, you can help me. You can send me like a YouTube video of the song you're talking about.
It's literally called Shots. It's
Hot Shots?
It might even be shots.
Is it like anything like the song from How I Met Your Mother, Boats?
It's nothing like the song from How I Met Your Mother. It's not like boats. We had a pretty good superhero weekend, especially for myself.
Yep.
As you know,
yep.
I am a very large Zack Snyder fan, Ben Affleck as Batman fan, Henry Cavill as Superman fan. But I know that we had some issues, right? Was it on Mike's podcast or someone else's? It was Mike's, right?
It wasn't an issue. It was just somebody skipped some of the first part of me and Mike because they hadn't watched it yet.
Well, let's do this. I do want to get into the Snyder Cut. It is going to get into spoiler territory, but we do have a special guest for the podcast today. So let's bring on our special guest, And then afterwards, if anyone's interested, they can hear our take on the Snyder Cut. Does that work?
That works.
Perfect. Let's get into it.
Without further ado, here's our guest.
Without further ado, our guest at this time is not a Hogsman. However, he is a Hoggy Award winner. By the way, man, that's got to be trademarked. Please welcome Hunter Freeman. Hunter, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, Dev? What's up, Adam? Again,
up?
just so everybody knows, I got the not a Hogsman, just so everybody knows, and they will be available for purchase on Pro Wrestling Tees in the next couple of days. So.
I love it. It's perfect, and you have it in every color, right? You've got it in the purple and yellow, and
every color, dude. Purple and yellow, black and white, red and black.
You're not going to be marketable anymore once you're a Hogsman. You're not going to have like the cool merchandise.
I already don't get booked as it is, so here we go.
What you're going to have to split? You're going to split the royalties on that shirt with us. Once it goes from not a Hogsman to officially a Hogsman, you're going to split those with us. You know, I mean, we take 80%. You get your 20.
Dude, I sent it to Mike. I told you this story, but Adam, I sent the picture to Mike, and Mike immediately messaged me and said, "Hey, asshole, that's trademarked." And I said, I said, "Have your people call my people." And he said, "You're going down, motherfucker."
I love it, dude. I think it's sick. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Dude, I was literally just one day I was just sitting in here, and I think I was listening to the video of the Hoggy Awards, and I was just sitting there. I was just like, how simple would it be just to take the emblem and then just put in like duct tape, just put not a.
That's
and
perfect.
I was like, I could definitely use that for if like me and Mike because me and Mike have been known when we go to places, they'll just put, just because me and him are like, I don't know, we are on the podcast a lot together, they'll put me and him together. Or if like they were to put me together, put me with the two of you guys, I could just wear the shirt and it would be like, yeah, get over, probably sell more t-shirts than regular Hogsman shirts. I don't know.
Yeah, probably not, man, because you just got beer stains all over it. No one wants to deal with that.
Very true. 100%.
Bring it out of your bag soaking wet. All right, don't worry about it. Just dry it off. It'll be all right.
Just dip spit all over it.
I wish we weren't recording, but I had dubbed you Pro Wrestling's Ernest. And I wanted to stay that way. I want you to be known as Professional Wrestling's Ernest.
I'll do it. It's whatever. I don't care.
Reach your hand out, Mike. We're going for the hot tag. Know what I mean? Get in there. Yeah. I'm ready for it.
I will definitely do it. I don't give a shit. You know me.
So you've been staying busy. You're a daddy now. You haven't been on the podcast, but you're a daddy now. You're a homeowner. Your husband too?
Husband too. Got married in June.
Yeah, the trifecta.
Got all three, dude. Hit me all at once.
You hit the 2020 trifecta. I dig it.
I did. I never got COVID though. Well, I think I got it when we were coming back from Arizona, but
that's right.
It wasn't for certain yet.
I know they didn't have a way to test for it. I don't think.
No, it wasn't a thing yet, but I'm pretty sure I got it.
Yeah. I think you got it. You were the COVID kid for a minute there.
I was dying. I was straight up dying. But yeah, dude, the trifecta definitely hit. Got married. And my wife, she got pregnant, and we found out in May. June we got married.
He said she got pregnant like that was her problem. She got pregnant.
We got pregnant. Let me put it like that. We got pregnant.
You're married now. You better figure out how to say it.
I guess that's the right thing to do, is to say that we got pregnant. And
got pregnant.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, work with me, Dev. But then me and her, we were talking about buying a house. And that was even before, the pregnancy even came up. We were talking about getting a house, and then everything was looking good. And, definitely one of the benefits of fighting for your country is you get, they definitely help you out when it comes to home loans and different things like that. So I had a good dude hook me up, and he was actually a guy I was in the Marine Corps with, and he's now a realtor, and he found this house, and dude, we fell in love with it, and I've been a homeowner since October.
That's sick. Did you put a ring up in the backyard yet?
Dude, I think I have enough room. I'm just saying. I think I do. Maybe not a full maybe not a full 18 or 16 footer, but definitely they'll remember the ones like, you know, for the birthday parties.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of those can fit.
You get a lucha ring back there pretty easy. You get a 12 by 12.
Yeah, you know, one of the ones where you take a step off the ropes and you're on the other side already. You've wrestled on those before, you know.
Oh, dude, I wish I haven't, but yes. Yes, I have.
And there's no give at all. It's like you take a bump and it's like just Jesus Christ.
Well, the good news is I don't bump. So
you don't.
I've never known what that feels like to bump in one of those rings.
Dude, so you know I got injured, right?
No.
Yeah, dude. I got hurt at the beginning of January. I was at training and I took a fisherman suplex. A move I've taken a million freaking times, dude.
Let's bury it. That sounds like something that Mike would give you.
Well, no, Mike didn't give it to me, but Mike did suplex me one day at training, and I was walking a little tender afterwards. I think it might have started the process in it, but I took a fisherman.
Mike does the fisherman is one of his moves. That's why I guess. But let's bury him. Who was it? Let's make sure they're not any more shows in Southern California.
Nah, I'm not gonna bury him because it was me being a good trainer, and it was one of the students.
All right, Petey, you're fucking fired.
Fucking Petey. Nah. It was actually one of the intermediates, but again, I'm not gonna give his name or anything like that. But
I think it would have been so funny if you guys were if Devin was like, "Come on, man, tell me," and he was like, "Well, all right, it was Dom."
It was Dom. It was that fucking greenhorn.
Dom does the fucking fisherman too.
Yeah,
does he really?
He loses his WrestleMania spot because Devin decides to not shut up on the podcast.
Man, dude, I think the best part is that Hunter called him an intermediate guy. That's the real story here. That's the real story.
Some fucking greenhorn just shouldn't be in a fucking ring. Look what I'm talking about. But no, dude, it was literally fisherman took it. You know, a move I've taken a million freaking times, and when I took it, I felt this pain just run from my hip all the way down my leg, and I had to lay there. And I told the kid, I was like, I'm good. I'm just gonna lay here for a second. And this was like the last part of the class because I refused to let him see me in pain, you know. And I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna sit here and catch my breath for a second. And then like,
I'm okay.
And then like once the intermediates left, and then it was the advanced students was in there, and like B-boy Benny, he was there, and so he's like, "Why are you still laying in the ring?" And I was like, "I can't fucking move."
Oh.
I couldn't move, so I couldn't get up. I couldn't walk. Like, you know, Amy, she's the nurse there at the school. Like, we had to call her to the school to come check me out because we didn't know like if I was gonna have to get an ambulance called in because I couldn't stand. I couldn't stand up, man. And ended up going to the emergency room. Got checked out. Got the X-rays done. From the X-ray, it showed nothing was fractured. So I was like, Jesus Christ, thank God. But come to find out after getting it checked out, my L5 and S1, the disc was compressed. I say was because I'm going into something. So it was compressed, and it was compressed so much that it was compressed onto my sciatic. And it was the L5 and S1 vertebrae was misaligned. So it was causing like when I would walk, I'd walk with like a limp. And this was like for a good solid like 2 weeks I was on crutches and like struggling to get out of bed. Wasn't able to go to work, you know, my shoot job or anything like that. Wasn't able to train anything. So I was miserable, dude. So your boy did it. Your boy did the wrestler thing, and I did the research, and I put a big post out on Facebook. And I was like, my flexibility is not the best in the world, blah 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 blah. And everybody that is wrestlers and things like that, they were like
DDP yoga,
DDP yoga, and not to like. If he was ever hear this, I would shake the guy's hand and tell him thank you, because I've been doing it since the end of January, from not being able to stand and not being able to move to now I'm back in the ring. I started wrestling like, because this on like when we talk about the showcases, you'll see like I haven't wrestled like every taping. I've been like every other one. I'm just now starting to where I've been going pretty hard in the ring now on the tapings, being at every other taping, because I've been rehabbing, dude. And I kid you not, the guy DDP is a genius, because it is no joke, man. I went from not being able to walk to, I'm back in the ring, like doing my thing now. And it was I just feel like my spine just decompressing and being able to walk and move, my flexibility, and legit, man. And the stuff that he puts on there, man, he's motivating. And that's what I like about a workout. I like something that's motivating. And I guess it's the Marine in me, but I didn't, I don't want to do the yoga where it's like, okay, find your center and, all that trash. You know what I mean? That ain't for me. Cause one, I'd be like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not doing it. But he's very motivating going into it. And, I was like, hell yeah, I was about it. So I've been doing it, man, nonstop. I'm on 14 weeks now. And
damn,
it's the shit, dude. I love it.
Did you lose some weight?
I probably lost. I mean, I wasn't real big on like trying to lose the weight or anything. I was more into like the flexibility, but I can definitely tell from because you have to take before, and you take pictures throughout. You take progress pics, and I can definitely tell the progression pics. It's not a lot. I'm not a body guy, if I know me, but like Mr. Devin Sparks. But I can definitely see a progression. Like little cut in a couple areas, muscles getting a little bit bigger. But I also will have to say I've noticed my biceps have gotten bigger, but that's because I'm picking up that damn baby. Steady doing curls with the baby, picking him up. But
that's awesome,
dude, it legit, man. I honestly, I was talking with my wife, and I was like, there was a point where when I was hurting so bad, I was like, I don't know if I can still do it. That's how bad it was, man. I was like, I don't know if I can do it anymore.
That's crazy. Yeah, I knew you were doing DDP yoga. I didn't know that you had gotten hurt.
That's why I started doing it, man. Because you know how we are before we wrestle, right? Before we wrestle, it's like the all right, let me warm up a little bit, do a couple squats, now, dude, before I wrestle now, I do a 15-minute like DDP workout, like warm up type deal. And I'm religious. I do it every time before I get into the ring, because I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, all because Petey fucked up.
That asshole.
That's funny. That's crazy, man. I gotta look into that. I did it a while ago. Shit, I don't know. It had to be 5-6 years ago. This is when they were still doing DVDs, and it was such a grind just to get up, put the fucking DVD in, fast forward, find the right DVD. Like, as dumb as that is, because you think about guys like, fucking Arnold. Go to the gym, do whatever. And I'm like, this is the wrong DVD. I'm not going to go change it. I'm not going to go find the right one. But to just have the app and be like, boom, click,
right
click,
there.
done.
It's on the app, bro. So
yeah.
Like literally just pull the app up, go to my workout. I can stream it on my TV, or I can play it on my phone, either one, and it's right there. Any time I need to do it. But if he ever hears this, if DDP ever hears this, I will tell him thank you. Right now, thank you so much.
Well, I got a big surprise for you. He's here.
Here he goes.
Yeah, fucking liar.
Well, listen, this is the Hogs Pack Red and Black, the Hogs Cast Red and Black. So we have the poll to get guys on here like DDP. I wish you knew that you were going to do that, because then I would have had them on for you.
You had him on. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But we do have Jake the Snake for you. I know you wanted to talk to him. Bring it on! So you're not. So you're doing a lot of stuff though for the tapings. I know you're not wrestling at all, but I heard you on commentary on some of it. I'm sure you're agenting some of the matches.
Yeah, and dude, the tapings have been really good. Like, I know you've been up north, and definitely like me and B-Boy Benny, we were talking about this, that if it would be good to have you down here for him, because you've worked TV before. You've worked a lot more TV than I have, but being able to agent the matches for the guys who just debuted, like Leo and Fab, and and that Cameron, and then you got Jordan Cruz and Michael Hopkins, Juan and Casey and Matthew, Sweet Robin Shaw. There's a good group of guys, and they really work hard. And so, like, the cool thing is like being able to go in and agent those matches, and whatever feedback you give them, the cool part about it is what feedback you give them is they actually apply it. So like they'll have a match, and then like, well, afterwards we'll talk about the match. We'll just be like, maybe, try to work this camera a little bit more, or do this or do this. And the cool part about it is they do it. The next go around, they will apply what you tell them. And not even like, like call the matches. I'm one man. I'll let the guys call their match. Like, I'm not one of those who be like, you got to do this, 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 and this in the match. Like, no, be creative. Have your match. It's your match. You know your moveset better than anybody. You know how you wrestle better than anybody. Just as long as we get the finish over that we want, that's cool. I'm more worried about, I want you guys to look good on TV. I want where if you're doing something, you need to focus on that camera, work that hard cam, different things like that. Get your character over, There's a good reason why you being there, that would definitely help those guys out a lot, But dude, the tapings have been good. I've been working commentary. Like I said, I haven't been able to like wrestle as much as I wanted to because of the whole injury, but I found a way to get in there and try to, do my thing. And I know you're going to say something about my fucking commentary, ain't you, asshole?
I've got a catchphrase for you.
What is it?
Know what I mean?
God damn it. I'll use it next taping.
He hit him with a fisherman suplex. Know what I mean? They're like,
I have to catch myself. I will say that sometimes, Devin. I swear to God, I will.
Don't catch it, force it. I want you to force that in there,
dude. So it's been so funny. I've been loving commentary too, because I will legit treat it like on the podcast, right? I try my damnedest because I know they can hear me when they're in the ring. I know they can, and I'll try my damnedest to try to get them to laugh in the ring.
Have you popped anyone yet?
I thought I was really close with Mike one time, but I thought I got Mike one time, but Mike, he puts that damn serious face on. He'll zone everything out. Yeah, that face like he does. Yeah.
Did you guys see that promo from Hollywood that they posted?
I did. That was awesome. I liked it. It was funny.
The face he makes right in the beginning where you could tell he's like, I was mad dogging someone. I was like, I could tell. He's looking off and he's got that mean face, but he's also kind of smirking. And I'm just like, yeah, exactly.
So Dev, did Mike tell you he forgot his gear?
No, is that why he did that?
When he
forgot his fucking gear.
I'm gonna bury his ass.
Oh yeah,
dude.
No, he showed up. I gotta hear this shit.
He comes walking in and he opens up his bag and he goes, "Fuck!" And I said, "What?" He said, "Because he wrestled. I guess he wrestled the day before or something like that. He wrestled at championship or something. I guess his gear was dirty." So he didn't take it out. He's washing it. So something like that. But he forgot it, right? So I can't remember what it was. I just know he opened it up his bag and he said, "Fuck, I forgot my gear." So instead of leaving La Mesa again, he's not in like going up to LA or anything like where he didn't drive back to Claremont where he lives.
20 minutes away.
20 minutes away to go get his gear. He's just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna wrestle in basketball shorts." And the whole time
he wrestled in basketball shorts?
Yes, he wrestled in basketball shorts. And the whole time I just wanted to be like, we were playing this thing and I was saying on commentary, I was like, Mike Camden, you can definitely tell he's not taking it serious. He's not taking who he's in there in the ring with serious. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it makes you wonder if he takes wrestling serious with him wearing basketball shorts. But it was funny, man. He told me afterwards, he was like, I swear to God, he said, "I'm gonna catch so much shit for wearing basketball shorts." I said, "You better hope Devin never finds out."
My God.
So he never told you.
Fuck no, he didn't tell me that. He didn't want to get buried.
Well, you already pissed him off when you talked about his shirt. Remember when did you hear the podcast after you talked about him not wearing shirts when he wrestles, Devin? He was so mad. You could tell he's like, "This is why I'm not wearing a shirt." And he spends like 5 minutes defending himself. And I'm like, I think Devin was just fucking with you. I don't think it's that serious.
Well, dude, he wrestled like a match before the basketball shorts. And he kept wearing the damn shirt and he finally took it off in the match. I said, "Oh, now he finally takes off the shirt."
It was fun. And I didn't get it. He's the best looking guy on the roster body wise. And he just wears a shirt. I was like, I don't know what your deal is. Who wants to wear a shirt? I mean, it looks cool. Especially with his gear. But
yeah. I try to take my shirt off for as many matches as I can. Not my death matches now. When I have when I have my hardcore death matches, I try to wear a shirt as much as I can. But
how is it watching these guys? I mean, a lot of them, it's their first matches ever, or second or third match or fourth match, and there's no crowd. So how are they dealing with that? I mean, there's no feedback loop, right? If you're in the ring, you're doing something that works, you hear the crrowd react to it, unless it's a shitty crowd.
Yeah, you hear me and the other commentary. That's it. Those are the only two people you hear. As far as their work, it's been good, dude. Like, you would definitely be like very proud of these guys. Like, I mean, you know how hard a lot of these guys. You remember before COVID hit how hard these guys were working.
Everyone busted their ass except for Petey. So it was.
I have something for you.
I'm ready for it. He wrestled in basketball shorts too.
No, but he's getting ready. He's next in line.
He sent me a text letting me know that he's coming. His picture doesn't look right.
It does, because he hasn't taken a picture yet. But but these guys, man, they work their ass off, dude. And can
I bury PD one more time real quick before I forget?
Yes,
I think it was like October when the first Canna Pro show was where they did the outdoor show. Was that October?
That's the one we wrestled. Yeah, that's the one we wrestled.
Okay, yeah.
It was October.
So we talked with Casey and then PD as well. I was like saying, like, guys, you're far enough along that you should have your own gear now. Like, go seriously get some gear made, get some gear done, because I think there was like 2 people that missed the show. I'm like, dude, you could have been thrown in here. Like, you could have been thrown into because Mattioli got thrown into the main event. Mm-hmm. Like, he wasn't part of the main event. He got thrown into the main event because someone missed their shot. They couldn't get here. They I don't know if they got in an accident or whatever. They just couldn't make the show. Right. Mm-hmm. Get your fucking gear done. You have a shot of being in the main event. It didn't matter who you were. We could have plucked you from the crowd. We could work it into an angle. But I told them at the time, I was like, go get gear now. Like, here's the number to a gear maker. Go get the gear made. You don't have to have a name put on it. Get a design or something plain, whatever you want until you figure out your gimmick, and get some pictures taken. Like, get some pictures taken in your gear. You never know, when COVID shit's going to end. And here we are, half a year later, and PD doesn't have pictures for the fucking show.
Well, the thing is the nostalgia, and we're talking about PD, but the thing is the nostalgia is, we know it's PD, but he's coming out as Rebel Storm. What does Rebel Storm want to be? So we want it to be that surprise where they're like, what are we gonna see?
So this is actually part of the build.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I just buried it.
Not to bury it or anything like that, but it's
well, you said he didn't get his pictures taken. Now,
but he's
delete
going
the whole
to.
thing.
Delete everything, Adam. Delete everything. But like,
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but
that's the thing. Like, the nostalgia is, who is Rebel Storm going to be? Is it this pissed off alter ego of PD, of commentator PD? That's what it is. It's like Mean Gene getting thrown into the mix with Hulk Hogan.
I love that you just compared him to Mean Gene.
Who's Hogan in that scenario? Is it you, Hunter?
I guess I'm Hogan. Yeah, I'm training him.
Well,
I mean, you're burying people like you're Hogan.
Oh,
might as well be.
Jesus Christ! But but going back to the tapings, man, these guys are, again, they're busting their ass on it, and they're a lot of them haven't worked in front of a crowd. So the only ones that have worked in front of a crowd is the ones that debuted in October. So the next one coming up on the 2nd of April, this will be their first time working in front of a crowd. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do. I honestly think it'll probably make them open up a little bit more, if you know what I mean. It'll probably loosen things up for them and make it feel a little bit more natural. I know with me, like, I can wrestle with no crowd. I've done it with the tapings, but I know when I get a crowd out there, I feed off of them, and it makes my matches, 10 times better, and I have so much more fun. Because if you're not having fun out there, what's the fucking point in doing it?
That's to show off.
Do you guys think that with these newer guys wrestling in front of like no crowds, it'll help them prepare for when they're on shows that you guys know that happen where the crowd just sucks and they're making no noise?
Yeah, I think it will. It'll be like, well, fuck, I'm back doing tapings again,
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The cool part about it is they're treating the tapings, they're treating them like they're out there in a crowd, They're still showing that character work and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe they don't have somebody like, I'll bring her up. They don't have someone like Mona fucking yelling and losing her shit, if a heel to talk shit to her, but they at least they'll have some way to like heal it up. But then now when you get out in front of a crowd, if you got one person that you can react to, fucking go to it. I mean, that's what Devin does. He finds that one person and he just makes them where they can't fucking stand him.
Because he only usually has one fan at the show.
True. Son of a bitch. And that's an overstatement. Cause you were talking about how is it to wrestle in front of a crowd. I know how it is to not just to wrestle in front of no people, but just to wrestle in front of 1,000 people and get no reaction, which might be worse.
Oh, dude.
might be a little worse.
I would hope, man, when that ever happens, I hope it happens one day, but to get that amount of people in a crowd, and I just hope and pray, dude, that I just want something. I just want a little reaction. It doesn't have to be like, but I just want like a reaction off of something. Like, please God, if when I get the boot, can I at least get a, oh shit, or something, that's all I want.
Yeah. No, I was joking. I've never not gotten a reaction. So I wouldn't know how to relate.
Well, you're so over, Devin.
I didn't want to go into details, but that's true.
Devin is so over that he used to have his friends and family come to shows to cheer for him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I had friends and family come to shows so they could see my superior body.
But this is before you were a body guy, though.
But I was on my way there and people knew it.
Okay.
But if you're not inviting your friends and family to shows, then what the fuck are you doing this for?
I know, you're not promoting what the fuck.
Exactly. When you're starting out, that's what you got to do. You got to invite people to shows. And this is like pre-Facebook and shit. This is like right around the time of Facebook popping off. So
you were MySpacing it back then, huh?
Oh, bro, I was MySpacing. I was actually papering and flyering places. So fucking stupid.
Hey.
Trust me, there was the place I trained where they were like, if you can bring 10 people to this show, we'll put you on the show. You could sell $100 worth of tickets. Well, I'm like, okay.
Hey, there's still places out there that are probably still doing that.
I'm sure there are.
So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, if they're out there, Petey still got a chance.
He does, 100%. He does, 100%.
Petey's gonna get people to show by offering free vaccinations. Come on, Petey. Come on. Actually, that's the deal. If you stay for his match, you get a vaccination. So you can't just show up and leave.
You know what I can't wait for? I'm booking it right now. It's gonna be after he gets done with Sweet Robin Shaw. Rubbing my hands together on this one.
I want to see.
I'm thinking about it. I got. Hey, I'm the champ, baby. I'm the champ.
You get to make whatever rules you want.
I can pull some strings here and there, but who's to say we don't see the Kaiju versus the Rebel Storm one day?
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Squash match of the century. Let me just tell you right now.
On you, Storm over in 20.
Absolutely. I'd come in. I'd come in, miss the line, schoolboy. I'm out. Oh my God! And then I'd collect my money and leave. I'd say, "Congratulations, son, you made it."
Oh shit! I said I'm gonna pull some strings. It's gonna happen.
You pull some strings, you're gonna find out what happens. This ain't gonna be me and Storm. It's gonna be me and you, buddy. or you know what's gonna happen before the match? I'm gonna say, I didn't do my DDP stretches. I think the champ should get in here and take over for me.
I got you. Don't worry. I'll jump in there.
You know what's cool too is if it ever turns out into a tag, I always keep extra pairs of basketball shorts, so we all look like a team. We'd be good to go. Damn. And shirts. We can all wear our shirts and basketball shorts together. It'd be awesome.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, you both wear kick pads, so you're all good.
I know. Actually, you know what's so funny is we all have the logo today. I think the logo is awesome, and the fact that I don't have pants with this logo on it pisses me off. Not that one. That one sucks.
Oh, no, they're not a hog.
Not a hog is good. But what did you do,
Pretty
by
good.
the way, with your Hoggy Award, your Golden Hog?
What Golden Hoggy Award? I ain't get shit in the mail.
You didn't get shit in the mail? God damn,
No.
that was Adam. Adam was supposed to send it out.
It's the Postal Service. You know, they're going through a lot of trouble right now with maybe getting shut down. So it must be what it is.
Do you have a place for it at your house? Have you figured out where you're going to put the Golden Hog?
Oh, dude, it's going right up on this mantle I'm looking at right now. I got PJ's picture up here. I'm thinking about moving it off to the side and putting my Hoggy up there.
I thought you were just going to like duct tape it above your bed so you can see it at night.
I might do that too. Yeah, it's very like you got the Hoggy Award, PJ, all up on the same mantle. You know, it is what it is.
That's awesome. I think what I would do, I didn't win one this year. I didn't even win Best Hog, which is very unfortunate. I think what I would do, Duke. Add up.
Okay.
He finally made it. He got the Golden Hog for Best Hogsman. I think what I would do is I would change out the drive shaft in my car. I'd put the Golden Hog right there when I'm changing gears. That's what I wanted. Yeah, the gear shifter. I mean,
very well. We'll do that. I'm kind of glad I didn't get a Golden Hog now.
Wow. Well, I've had one for years. So,
Oh, yeah.
when are you wrestling again? When are you wrestling on the next showcase?
I'll be at the live one, the live show. It'll be myself and Ruby Reyes versus James Brady and Savannah Stone, 2 kids out of St. Louis.
When's the live one?
Friday, April the 2nd.
Okay, so that's taking place in the same spot as the Lucha show and that's a lot of wrestling.
It's going to be Friday the showcase, Saturday at 4 is the Lucha show, and then at 7 o'clock it's going to be the Canna Pro show.
That's a lot of wrestling.
I will be possibly wrestling 3 times that weekend.
That's awesome. Are you going to defend the belt again? When are you doing that?
I defend the belt every time I go to the ring. So
do you really?
Whoever wants a shot, you know, it is what it is.
Spoken like a true champion. I remember Hogan going down to the ring. Hey, brother, it is what it is. If you want a shot, come get a shot, brother. I think that's how the epic feud between him and Macho Man started.
Probably, you know, I don't know. I am excited though because the tag match that on the second would be me and Ruby teaming one another, and you know, I always enjoy teaming with her, and I enjoy fighting her because she's a badass, you know, in general. And then the Canna Pro show, I'll be wrestling one of the students, Cameron August is his name. He's a kid. He trained under Lance Storm for a while, and then he moved out here, started going to school at SDSU, and ended up training here at Level Up. And
so that's for the title?
I don't know if it's for a title, but I'll do it. I don't care. Who wants it?
You're a hell of a promoter.
Yeah. You want it? Let's go. You got to fight me for it.
Damn.
I think being it's not a ground zero or a level up event. My kid's crying. I'm sorry. Being it's not a ground zero or level up event, I'll probably not do the title, but it is what it is.
Can you complete that thought by giving me a know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yes. I love it. Well, let's wrap up there, man. Let's wrap up. You got your kid crying.
That's fine. I just gotta lower it down a little bit. You know how it is. You know how it is with kids.
I know how it is, but you missed the first part where we came on. My dog had reconstructive surgery on his knee, so I got to do some PT for him right now before he goes to bed, and give him some stuff to quell the pain and put him.
I got you.
Let him sleep easy tonight after the PT. So
I got you. Well, I enjoyed this, dude. I want to come back.
Let's do it again. I had fun.
Yeah.
I had fun, man. and then we'll do it. And then if let's see, the weekend of the 3rd, let's try to do it in person.
Do a live one. We can get the other hogsmen in on this.
We're gonna be recording a bunch of shit that weekend because I'm gonna be gone that next 2 weeks, so we're gonna have to record a bunch of stuff.
Fuck it, let's do it live.
Let's get the band back together.
Let's do it. Or in your case,
The
not a
band
band.
Not a band, yeah, because I'm not a hogsman. Remember that.
I hope you have that shirt for the show.
Which one?
That one behind you. It wouldn't be hard to get that prototype for the show.
No, I mean which show though?
That weekend. The second, third.
I probably could.
Get her
I
done.
probably could. Yeah. Hey, there's some shows I want to get over if I can do that. Some upcoming bookings if I can start promoting.
Bookings! Them. I thought you were talking about shows. That could be like Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus.
No,
Shout out
bookings.
to. Okay.
Bookings.
What do you got?
So we got the tapings, the Level Up on IWTV. So everybody get on those, check those out. Just go to IWTV, Level Up Pro Wrestling. They'll come up. Got the Canna Pro show coming up on April 3rd. Got the Lucha show that's going to be right before Canna Pro show. I think we're going to see a appearance by the Hogsman at that one. And then we got one show that I'm pretty proud of. I'm pretty excited to be a part of. Is I'm doing the Crimson Crown Wrestling. I'm doing the tribute show for Supreme. So they're gonna do a weekend. Yeah, everybody knows Supreme, very big California, death match wrestler. He died in 2020 from complications. I don't really want to know what it was, but just to be asked to be a part of that tournament and to be involved in the match that I'm going to be in. It sucks. It's a death match, but I ain't scared to bleed. So, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and just to do it in his honor, that's pretty cool. So this May 29th, it's going to be a live show. They haven't posted, where it's going to be at yet, but it'll be posted soon. And yeah, May 29th for Crimson Crown. So stay in tune with that. If you guys want to witness that, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, hardcore wrestling, deathmatch wrestling, be something to come check out. So,
do you know you're wrestling, or you're not allowed to say yet?
I have it. I'm in a 4-way. It's myself, Fern Owens, Guy Cool, and Terex. Yeah, we're in a fatal 4-way death match. So
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I've been in 2 death matches, and apparently all of a sudden I'm a death match wrestler. So.
That's all anyone knows you by anyway. Hunter who? Oh, the death match guy. I got it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So it is what it is.
He's the professional wrestling's death matches Ernest. That's who he is.
Yes.
He's the Ernest of death matches. Yeah, know what I mean? That's it. That's the one. Adam, let's end it on that. Thanks for coming on, Hunter. Appreciate it. We'll get you on. If it's not next week, then we'll do one in person the following week when I'm down there.
Sounds good, dude. I'll see you guys later.
All right, buddy.
Take
Take care.
All right, bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to Hunter. He's a good guy. He's not a hogsman, so please, when his shirt comes out, do not support it.
Not a mean.
On pro wrestling tees. Yeah, not a mean. That's gotta be a good one. No one's done that in wrestling that I'm aware of.
He should use it is what it is too, because he says that a lot. I noticed.
Yeah, I'm sure that's been done before, but know what I mean's a good one.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean. So I did want to talk about Snyder Cut.
This
is a big deal. This is a big deal to me.
Let's dive the fuck in.
So here's my my history. My love.
Hold on, before we start, spoilers. You don't want spoilers? Tune out now.
Right.
Adios,
Okay.
sayonara, yada yada. Let's go.
Yeah. Sayonara. So I hated Man of Steel that's our finish. I hated Man of Steel when I first saw it. I really did. I saw it in theaters in Louisville, Kentucky when I was training at OVW, and I was really looking forward to it. And I saw it. I'm like, the fuck did I just watch? This was the dumbest version of of Superman I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, I really enjoyed Cavill. I liked what they did with the character, and watching Pa Kent's death scene was one of the dumbest things I'd ever fucking. I'm like, why? What just happened? And then people didn't like, oh, he killed what? Oh yeah, thank you. That was actually perfect. You have to watch the video to see the motion there. But people, hey, he killed his dad, he broke his neck. I'm like, yo, killing is Batman's role. That's not Superman's role. So I didn't have an issue with that. But I thought they were trying to go too dark. But Zack Snyder is an auteur. I mean, that's what he does, man. The way he presents his films, he does it a certain way, and it was still shot beautifully. There was something I couldn't figure out what it was, and I decided I'm going to go back and watch it again, probably like a week later or whatever the case was. I watched it again and I fucking loved it. So I think I was just in a terrible mood the day that I saw it.
Al Snow probably yelled at you for an hour and you're probably just miserable.
He loved my arm drags, dude. That's probably what it was. Is I felt bad for everyone else that had to hear me get complimented so frequently on my arm drags.
What does everybody want? Dev.
Arm drags. Yeah, that's it too. So I saw it again, loved it. I love Cavill as Superman. Absolutely fucking brilliant. I love the movie in its entirety. The Pa Kent scene still pisses me off, but that's there it is. But that's the Martha moment of Man of Steel that most people hated. Bring in Batman versus Superman. People hated Ben Affleck getting cast as Batman. I hated them for hating him. They hated the idea of being such a dark Batman right away, going in against Superman, and then his heel turn. Right, people thought that Batman during that movie essentially turned heel, appeared to be killing people, branding people, sending them to jail so they could get murdered. I had no problem with it. I had no problem. I love comic books. I love comic books. For however long Batman has been around, there's a different Batman for every person out there that you can enjoy. There's darker Batman. There's fucking lighter Batman. It doesn't matter. There's Detective Batman. There's so many different versions of Batman. And this version of Batman is in a comic that exists out there. It exists out there. This is not something that was brand new that Snyder created for the movie. This is a version of Batman that already existed. One of the most popular versions of Batman that's ever existed. So I loved it. I thought the movie was brilliant. The one thing that I did hate about the movie was the fact that I think they spoiled Aquaman and Wonder Woman before the movie came out.
They spoiled Doomsday.
They spoiled Doomsday and Wonder Woman before they came out, and I thought that was stupid.
But she was on the poster, so it was hard to do that.
But that's what I mean. I think if you went into the movie and you didn't realize that Wonder Woman was going to be a part of it, and she showed up, you'd shit your pants.
Well, if you watch the movie, they don't ever address her by name until she's walking off the plane. So I'm like, was I supposed to not know who she was this whole time? Like, I don't. Again, like you said, I knew going into the movie who she was and who she was playing. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know in this era if you can actually have surprises anymore. So,
yeah, I mean, I think you can, as shown with The Mandalorian, right? No one knew about Baby Yoda. They showed all the previews they had. No one knew about him. No one knew that they kept Luke Skywalker a secret for over a year. So there's ways of doing it.
Yeah.
But I was very disappointed when they did Justice League, the original Justice League that hit theaters. People were fucking, for some reason, the reviewers liked it. I don't know how that was possible. The tone was a disaster. The color scheme was a disaster. Batman was comedic relief. In the overall movie was just a complete waste of everyone's time who loved the movies that came before it for everything they set up. This was like, likening it back to comic books. This is like your favorite artist on a book, and then all of a sudden he gets replaced, and it's someone who's got like bright pink colors and the characters look different and the writer changed in the middle of the comic. And actually, you know what? They didn't finish, so they pulled some comic pages from a different comic altogether, but they wrote your characters over it. It was just such a mismatch of director, writing, the talent on the screen and what they'd set up, that it was shitty. It was just a shitty. I went in that movie, I was pissed off when I left. It was so unbearable. And I never thought the Snyder Cut was going to get made. And here it is in all its glory, 4 hours of fucking film. And it's beautiful. It's everything that I wanted it to be. It's long. Yeah, it's long. It's got a lot of slow motion. Yeah, it's got a lot of slow motion in it.
Who cares?
It's over dramatic in some cases, but it doesn't fucking matter. The movie itself is beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. And if the people that don't like the Snyder Cut are the same people that didn't like Man of Steel, or the same people that didn't like Batman versus Superman, but I thought they set things up so beautifully. I thought the backstory with Cyborg, I mean, the Cyborg section of the movie was a whole 30 or 40 minutes that was missing from the one that hit theaters.
He is the heart of the movie, and that's why the original sucked, in my opinion, because Joss Whedon decided to completely take out the person who was the soul of the movie. The movie is a cyborg movie for the most part. Everything revolves around him, basically.
Well, showing how he communicates with the mother box, showing how he can, if he wanted to run the world, he could. Like, I've never given a shit about Cyborg. That movie, the Snyder Cut, made me go, holy shit. The fact that Cyborg, because what they do is they parallel Cyborg to Superman, right? They give him almost, infinite possibilities. Like, Superman comes here, you have all these peons essentially below you. What are you going to do with that power? You're going to hold back, you're going to join them. And then the same thing with Cyborg, right? He had to decide to be good. He had to decide that through all the trauma that he experienced, he had to decide, to be a good person and to help people. You see moments in the movie where he helps people. Barry Allen, you get more Barry Allen. That was awesome. He still runs like a fucking weirdo. I don't know what that.
But that's how people run. That's how most people run. That's what they look like. They don't look cool. They look weird. So I didn't have a problem with the way he runs, especially the scene where he puts his arms out at the end. I'm like, that's a more realistic way a person would run, in my opinion.
I don't know. Have you seen Usain Bolt run?
No.
Okay. Well, like Olympic sprinters, like they don't run like.
I thought that was a dog movie. I'm like, Bolt Run. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
No, man. But it's that's the one. I know what I mean. That's the one goofy thing that I can get past it. I thought the whole thing, bringing Cavill back. I don't know what DC is doing, dropping Cavill, dropping Affleck.
Well, Affleck's going to be in the Flash movie, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know if that counts, but
it's so annoying. It's so annoying.
The one thing that I did like, and I said this on the podcast with Mike, I feel like the one thing that benefited from them delaying the movie so long was Affleck, because at the end of the movie, when he runs into Martian Manhunter, you can tell that scene was filmed fairly recently because Affleck looks a lot different. He looks clean. So when they initially did the Batman vs Superman, the Justice League, he was an alcoholic. So he got clean, and at the end of the movie, you can tell he looks relieved, which is good because the point of the whole story arc is from Batman vs Superman, he starts as the on-edge, dark guy who's afraid of Superman. And then by the end of Justice League, he's like, okay, now I have all these people that can help me. I'm not by myself anymore. So like at the end, when he's like, your parents would be proud, he's like, I hope so. But you can tell he looks different because he's clean. He looks relieved. And that's a realistic look because he's actually in reality a much better person at that point.
Yeah, no, I agree. What's funny is you can see the original shots versus some of the reshoots versus the ones that they just did. There's one scene in particular that I'm thinking of where Affleck is jacked and chiseled, and then a split second later he comes back, he's puffy and got a tan, and the split second later he's back to jacked and chiseled, and then at the end where you're saying he looks relieved, he looks like a completely different person, to be honest. But Darkseid, seeing Darkseid, I thought Darkseid was incredible. The nightmare sequence that they did at the end.
Oh, dude. Completely, I don't know how one scene can do this, but it completely saved Jared Leto's Joker for me.
You think so?
Oh, I like that. I want to see that Joker in a movie, not the one I got in Suicide Squad. I want to see that version of Joker in a movie.
It was good. Yeah, it was.
The scene was incredible. It was a bit of a tease, and it's like some of the lines in that scene were great. Like best believe I am gonna fucking kill you. Like
that was fucking
awesome.
Great. That was fantastic.
Never send a boy wonder to do whatever he said, a man's job or something like that. That was a great fucking line. like all those people that are with him. It's just like, wow, how did they get to this point? And I'd really like to see where that was going, because that's now 2 movies they teased it, and I really would have liked to see where they were going with that.
Well, I think it's an alternate universe, right? It's
Maybe.
or part of the multiverse, or it could be part of the
Could be the future.
Earth Zero, exactly, right? It could be the future. There's so much that they can do with it, though. Like, they don't have to stop. They could do a Snyderverse Justice League too. The only thing that's stopping them is themselves.
WB already said that there are no plans to restore the Snyderverse, which I think is so dumb, because they're just going to kill any reputability they have, because this movie is going to resonate with a lot of people who fucking hated the DC movies, and now they're like, wait, so you're going to not... It would be like if Marvel was like, after the first Avengers, like, all right, let's close up shop, guys. Let's head on home.
Let's wrap it up. Let's give them the question. Does anyone want to see the question movie? Anyone?
Yeah.
How about another Harley Quinn movie? We've got one of those in store for you. Like, all right, can I have another Justice League?
I honestly, and this is a controversial take, and you might actually be the only person that will agree with me, but other than Keaton, I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman.
Oh no, I've said this, and I have no qualms saying it. He is the best Batman by far to me, and I think the casting choice was great. I think I maybe mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but
you might have mentioned it to me in like private, but I don't think we've ever talked about it on here.
So they said when they cast him, one of the reasons that they cast Ben Affleck as Batman, I think he's legitimately 6'5", and they said that they wanted to have Superman, the most powerful being, in the world, have to look up to Batman in their fight. So, which they did. They had their fight. Batman stepped toe to toe with them. He had to look up at it. It was fantastic. But he's a great Batman. I love the suit. I love the Batman suit. I think it's great.
I think he encapsulates all of what Batman actually should be, because a lot of people look at Christian Bale's Batman and they think that was good, but I think Batman should be a little more dark and a little more brooding, because legitimately the guy's entire life is a mess. He watched his parents get murdered, and then as he grows up, he has to fight all these criminals that do just the worst fucking shit. Like, and he's been doing this for 20 years by the time we get to Affleck's Batman. So he wouldn't be a normal guy that's like, hey, everybody, I'm rich. Ah.
Well, the part that people seem to forget is that he was Gotham's protector, right? For the longest time, he was the one thing. He was above the law, essentially. He helped actually direct the law and help them get their shit together. By the way, J. Jonah Jameson again, that was awesome. Like seeing him.
That's not his name.
I know that's not his name, but that's all I'll ever remember him as.
Well,
He's forever going to be.
He's J. Jonah Jameson again. So
I know, that's what I mean. But fuck, I forgot my line of thought there. He's the protector, right? Like he's the best. He's, as far as he knows, he's the baddest guy on the planet.
Which is what you see in the beginning of Batman vs Superman. This is the first time he's experiencing something that's something out of his control that he can't take care of, because it's literally a fucking alien battle.
Yeah, there's two gods coming in and destroying an entire city in the blink of an eye, and then he's like, okay, well, what am I, right? Like, and that resonates on other levels, right? For if you think of athletes, right? A lot of these guys, they quit their football career, they're done with football, and okay, what do I do now? What am I supposed to do now? Like, I'm done with football. Like, I am a football player. You're done with football. What do you do? And these people go into depression. Yeah. Same with wrestling, right? Guys quit wrestling. Okay, well, I was a wrestler. What do I do now? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And it's kind of the same with him. He's like, well, what the fuck? I'm Batman. But I mean, I'm not really Batman. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm Batman because I can't compete with this. And his whole building collapsed. Anyway,
that's the whole thing I appreciate Zack Snyder for, is he legitimately takes Batman out of scenarios where you'd be like, yeah, well, he's not going to fucking fight Doomsday. He's not going to go toe to toe with Steppenwolf. Like, he's like, all right, I'm going to go off to the side and do the thing that I can do because I'm human after all. And like, that's the problem with Batman.
Know what I mean?
It's like, know what I mean? You put him with Superman, you're like, well, he's not going to beat Superman. So he has a special suit that he makes, where if you watch the extended cut of Batman vs Superman, you literally watch throughout the movie, make the fucking suit. Again, I don't know what studio decided to take away a half an hour or an hour of Zack Snyder's Batman vs Superman, but the extended version is such a better movie. Everything makes so much more sense. There's so much more added stuff that you're just like, oh, okay, well, this fucking makes sense to me now.
I feel like because it is, I do think that some directors are more of artists, right? I mean, everyone thinks their work, it's all art, it's all art. But I think some directors truly are more of an artist than others. And it's funny because it's like if you had if WB was working in music and then like Beethoven was like, what do you think, guys? Like, I don't know. We're going to cut it short because that went a little long for us. And we're going to jazz it up a little bit here and there. Actually, we're going to add some drums. Can we get drums? And we want a guitar solo. And he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's why if you look at the evolution of TV shows, that's why everything's moved off of network TV now. And it's on HBO, it's on Showtime, it's on such because networks are too fucking demanding. And the people are like, I just want to make my shit and not be bothered. So they move to fucking HBO or Showtime or whatever the hell else they're going to do. And that's the same thing with Zack Snyder. Like he's made so many movies that whether you like them or not, they look beautiful. A lot of people like them. Before these movies, I wasn't a Zack Snyder fan, but after this movie, I'm like, all right, well, these are now 3 movies I've seen of his that I really liked. So maybe we should have him keep doing this. Like
Watchmen was good too. I don't know if you liked Watchmen, but I really enjoyed
never
the
saw
Watchmen.
it.
Watch it. It's perfect. It's a good movie. And it's not perfect. It's a very good movie.
Nothing's perfect, but I mean,
Snyder Cut was, but it was
as close to a perfect superhero movie as I've seen. Mike yesterday declared it his favorite superhero movie of all time.
Really? I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to listen to the podcast. I haven't had a chance yet. That's fascinating. Okay, I got more respect for him now. I know he's a basketball short wearing t-shirt wrestling guy, but he's got good taste in superhero movies.
Yeah. He watched it twice. He watched half of it, fell asleep, then woke up and rewatched the first half and then the second half. So
yeah, I can't. I don't have the life where I can watch 4 hours worth of shit right now, but I'm planning on rewatching. And I love the way that they cut it up. It's very digestible if you don't have the time. So
the music was better. There were so many scenes in the Whedon version that were just like, oh, this is so stupid. Like
I don't know how I feel every time you see Wonder Woman. It's like they play this like weird. It's not her music. Her actual Wonder Woman theme. Like they play this. I don't know what it is. This Middle Eastern sound.
The song that they play when she first shows up in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, but they play that on a loop.
I love that song.
No, that song is great.
Okay.
That's not it.
If you
rewatch it, they do this like.
But there's like a scene in the Whedon version where Aquaman is jumping back into the water, and for some reason there's like a White Stripe song playing, and in this version he changed it to a song that's like more fitting for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and like I don't even remember if the Barry Allen Iris West scene is in the original Justice.
It's not.
Okay.
There's so much that's not in there,
which doesn't make any sense because if they've had this plan to make the Flash movie the whole time, why wouldn't they have had the scene with Iris in it? That's going to be part of the movie anyway. Like, I would say that it's the worst thing Joss Whedon's done, but with all the current news about him, it really isn't the worst thing. But it's top 5.
It's top 5. Adam, I got to run. I do got to do some physical therapy on my dog. As silly as that sounds,
you know what I mean?
But I know what you mean. Adam, if you want the tip, what do you have to do? Sayonara.
Turn your back on the wolf.